Get ready for the Terry Podcast, where real conversations meet in the middle. Now, here's your host, Terry. Thank you for tuning in one more time to the Terry Podcast, and I am your host, Terry. It kind of sounds like an R&B record, didn't it? I'm sorry. I am your host, Terry. Let me quit playing. Look, this election season has been crazy. You hear me? It's been crazy. You have to literally take a break from it. Today's show is entitled "Why I Left the Democratic Party and Became an Independent." Keep in mind, I voted for Barack Obama twice. Got nothing out of it, but the first time I thought of a feeling of change to where black people were going to see something equitable come back to the black community, and I saw none of it. None whatsoever, okay? Let's make that clear. And if you don't want to if you're not voting Democrat, then you're made to be shamed or what's wrong with you. It's the why don't you go to church conversation. You don't go to church? How come you don't go to church? Who is your pastor? And I'm looking like you go to church and you're one of the worst people I know. You're in the club every weekend. So what difference does it make? Because that's my right, whether I want to attend church or I want to be religious or whatever I want to do. That's my human right. But within the black community, they don't want you to talk about religion or politics. And that goes back to a law to where two black people walking down the street, any more than two, no, somebody got to be walking with them. It has to be an overseer. I want to know what they're talking about. See, you don't understand why many black folks will say, and I've had some get on my page, but certain things you don't talk about when you're talking about politics or religion. Like I asked the question, is the church the new pimp? Nobody wants to talk about it. Yet I can drive around the city of Memphis, who has more churches per capita than anybody, and I'm in any other city. I can show you all these big, beautiful churches in these poverty-stricken neighborhoods. And it doesn't bother anybody. Or these crime-stricken neighborhoods. And it does not bother anybody in the black community. Why? Because they're not trying to fix it. You're just here to give me your money. I'm going to give you a sermon, a little motivation. That's all it is. Look, man, you powered by God, okay? Whatever you want, you speak it, you go get it. What does the Bible say? Faith without what is dead, works. God is within you. It is you. See, everything you're doing external makes no sense or does not work without it being internally driving you. When I said I wanted to do a podcast, I didn't sit around. I went to work and invested in doing a podcast because I felt there was a need, and I wanted to do this as a person who is now becoming of age, as considered an elder, to pass on information to the next generation. I see young men that I stop and I buy water from, and they always, hey, OG, such and such, OG. I was like, look, I'm glad y'all are not out in the streets. So let me give you something. I'm just one person. Why aren't these churches driving around seeing these young kids on the block selling water? Hey, man, y'all, come on, get in the van. Excuse me. We're going to take y'all over here. We're going to help you earn money. These kids out here trying to make a living. Right out here in the streets of Memphis and other cities. When they could be selling drugs, they out there selling drinks. People drive straight past them in the black community. It's not a problem till he knocks on your door. Now, let me start by, let me get back on track. Eric Adams, the New York mayor, has just been hit with federal charges. That he accepted money, I think supposedly from somebody who gave Trump money. He's being punished because he spoke out against immigration. he was for immigration at first, and when he saw the stress that it was putting on the city and what his fellow voters were saying, he had every right to say, "Hey, this is a problem, man. We got to get this fixed." And when he said that, they were like, "Nah, nah, 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 nah. We got to get rid of you. So we're gonna put these charges on you. I'm sorry, we're gonna put these charges on you." Say that again. We're gonna put these charges on you. See, whenever a black man speaks out, it's gonna be a problem. They don't want you showing that you have an inch of power. That's like Puffy. Puffy started talking ownership. P. Diddy started talking ownership. Hey, I need to own this. We need to own that. We need to have some equitable transactions here in the black community where we start owning. They said, "Oh, okay. Yeah. We're going to take you down on freak charges. Trafficking, coercion, as I said before. All of us would be in jail over freak charges. At some point in our life, we were young and foolish and we did what we did. But in Hollywood, that's the normal. That's the normal. So you're going out to Puffy because he wanted to own something. Yet there's a Nickelodeon thing out, I think, on Netflix I watched. None of those guys are going to jail. These white guys are not going to jail. And now I heard they're after Chris Brown. So I'm going to tell you, them being after Chris Brown is like similar to Puffy. It's always what you didn't do that they wanted you to do. They wanted Chris Brown to do something. And he probably said, "Nah, I'm good. I don't get down like that." "Oh, you don't get down like that?" "Yeah, you know, when you beat up on Rihanna, I'm pretty sure some old girls that you beat up." We got to stop letting them think they have the power to throw dirt on names just to be naming them. If you're going to go after Chris Brown or Puff or R. Kelly or Bill Cosby, then I want 10 white men convicted of the same thing. So I know you're not going to do that. I'm like Trump when I say that. I know you're not going to do that because you got to keep the wall of white supremacy up. I'm talking justice. If you're a white person listening to me, I don't have any hatred in my body. I don't have the power to hate you enough to do anything to you. But you have the power to speak out and say, this is wrong. So I don't want anybody to get this misconstrued. I don't hate anybody, but I'm dealing with a system in America that targets me as a black man. And all you black folks who are puffy this, puffy that, y'all probably throwing away bottles of baby oil right now because you were doing the same thing at one point or still doing it, which is your right. If you a freak, be a freak. Like I said before, Puff's a freak. Everybody has known this for years. So what are we talking about? He's a freak. I got off subject. This thinking about the baby oil just took me back to some memories. Like we got a little slippery in here. But look, if you don't agree with the Democrats, then you're a Trump lover. Then they got a problem with you. Let me play something. Angela Rye is the worst. And I've tried to ride with her. Oh my God. Let me show you how disrespectful she was to Jill Stein. This is Angela Rye, fair use. Sister Vicky Diller put this clip, so I want to definitely give her credit. Hold on 1 second to make sure I got this locked in, this sound. I want to make sure it's locked in. And very disrespectful, but let me...
Pointing out that these are the talking points.
No, it's resonating. Non-corporate. She told me I'm a white supremacist. Okay. She said I was period.
Breakfast Club, fair use.
See, that was my disappointment.
May I finish, please? May I get to my point? May I please get to my point? Let me finish, please. Thank you. You're trying to compare us to the Democratic Party and the Republican Party with their billions of dollars, or to the Working Families Party.
Okay, Dr. Jill Stein, a Caucasian lady, told Angela that she was parroting colonialist, white supremacist talking point, and Angela Rye was so upset, she kept interrupting her for saying that, being rude and calling her out for pushing those failed Democrat white supremacist talking points. And when Charlemagne...
Okay, I just want to play a little bit of it. Shout out to Vicki Dillard, our great sister. Angela Rye is a problem for the black community. She literally, you can't get a word in. See, when you speak to them, a person who has insecurities, if you tell me something and I'm wrong about it, I know it hurts to hear, but I got to hear it. Okay, you're right. You don't get that with these Democrats. When you say, hey, what has the Democratic Party done for us? What equity is being given back to our communities? None. When we ask for something, why can't we get it? Be quiet, stop begging. What are you talking about? So that's the reason when we're fighting for reparations, when we're fighting for things to help foundational black Americans, they put immigrants, people who cannot identify or who refuse to identify. They know they act dumb. So that's why you got your Roland Martins, immigrant background. He wants to talk. Angela Rye, immigrant. They don't identify with us. Joy Reid, immigrant. Black issues mean nothing to them. So when you speak to them about black issues, oh, it's a problem. They don't want to hear that. What black issue? What black problem? What's the name? Fired from MSNBC, Tracy Cross. Was it vetted? Vetted by who? Because you guys really don't do any vetting. What you do is do what you want to do. And then you give us the regurgitated story that all of you have got on cold with. So you want your information, like I tell people, you go to the grassroots. Because we're going to do the real research. We're going to tell you, they're going to say, well, we're attacking Puffy for this. This is what Sean P. Diddy Combs did. And then we're going to say, no, that ain't why they got him. Why they got him was he started talking power and ownership. And he sued that vodka company and won. And all of a sudden they sent an army to his house. And now they're talking about Jay-Z. Then they're talking about Mary J. Blige. And they're talking about now going after Chris Brown. See, we know why. It's not what Chris Brown has done because he's done nothing. It's what he probably refused to do. That's how they get you. The white liberal is dangerous, okay? That Democratic Party, the liberals are dangerous. See, you can see the Republicans coming a mile away. You already know they're not with you. But the Democrats will send the Stephen A. Smiths. You notice Kamala wants to sit down with two basketball players who don't have the sense of I'm trying to think of something mindless. They're probably, I would say they're sloths mentally. Let them talk about basketball. They don't represent the everyday person. Okay? You got one NBA player both of them kind of thought they were at one time wanted to be gangbangers. So you're on $1 million dollar men and you want to be gangbangers. I don't want to hear nothing from them. I don't want them asking you any questions because they're not going to ask you any real questions. You know why? Because in order for them to be in those positions, white liberal media and others keep them there. That's why you notice Kamala's picking safe places. I'm not going to make it about her. That's the Democratic Party because as a party, she's just what they're putting out front. That's all that is. She's the person they're putting out front. She's refusing to give anything of substance to whatever we're asking for. It's always, that's a good question. And when I was a little girl, I don't want to hear about you being no damn little girl. What I want to hear about is policy. Okay? That's what I want to hear about. It's kind of like my German shepherds in here, if you can hear them making all this noise. When they hungry, they come in there and move me, and I'm like, when I was hungry, I don't want to hear about you being hungry, damn it. Come in here and pour me to some of this food if you want me to bite somebody. That's what my dogs tell me. I don't want to hear that sad story. Get in here. I need to go to the bathroom. When I come back in, I need you to fix me my food like you normally do. And then you go on about your business, and I'll let you know when I got to go back out. We can't keep doing politics where it's a robbery, black folks. We cannot survive. They're bringing immigrants in here, and they're making policies for immigrants over us. We cannot survive that. We cannot survive. You're giving $150,000. No background check to immigrants. I'm a citizen and I don't get that. Then she's talking about we're going to make sure that federal jobs, you don't have to have the degrees anymore. Guess who that's for? There's a big influx of immigrants coming here with no background, no schooling. Now you're going to give them federal jobs. See, you got to watch this trick bag language because they'll talk to you. Hey, I'm going to feed everybody. You understand me? Everybody going to eat. And you standing in line. Hey, you say we're feeding everybody. I can get some because I could use some food. Oh, you didn't get them? Oh, man, we started at 10. I was here at 9:30. Oh, okay. Well, by the time we got to you, we was out. Well, damn, why did I never get to eat at the table? You just want me to be in the room, but I can't eat at the table. I don't know. You tell me. So Trump can't keep being your excuse. Because there's a lady I follow on Facebook, and it's funny to me how she always Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, Trump that. She ain't giving me one damn policy. It's Trump, Trump, Trump. Why is Trump always your excuse? And not what the Democratic Party's not doing. But I bet you if she got a man at home, hey, you ain't take the garbage out. Hey, you need to fix that flat on that car. Hey, that thing on the roof needs fixing. It needs to be fixed. She gonna have a damn honey-do list for a man in her life. But for the Democratic Party, she requires nothing. She ain't gonna say, well, my man couldn't get it done because my last boyfriend, he was reckless. Okay, how come you and your man ain't doing it? Well, it was the last boyfriend. So that last boyfriend, he was just messing up everything. Okay, but y'all are together now. How come you two are not building? That's what it sounds like to me. You can never get anything done, but whatever agendas that you have on the table is never a black issue. And when we ask, oh no, we can't do race politics. So that's why they said that's a migrant. They're being displaced. That's a group. Those are immigrants coming from other countries. So you're doing something specific for people. But when we ask, well, no. That's a group. And we can't do any policies upon race. Yeah, you do, because you do the Indians. You do the people of Israel who get money. My taxpayer dollars go to Indians on reserve. You take my tax dollars and you send it over to all these countries. It doesn't benefit me. That's a group that gets that. So my reason for leaving the Democratic Party, again, I don't know if I said this earlier, but I'll repeat it, the 1638 Doctrine of Exclusion. I want you to look that up. Dr. Claude Anderson spoke about that. This is documented in law that nobody black nor their offspring would ever share in wealth and power of that of a white man. And I'm paraphrasing it, but look that up. This is what we're dealing with right now. This is why they're replacing us, because they're hearing too many cries for reparations, for equality, for equity, for tangibles. California, the Black Caucus out there, along with their governor, they just came back with this watered down reparations is something dealing with schools. And no. The United States government didn't take schooling. They took money. They took land and they spread it out. Everybody benefited. There would be no America had black folks not built it. Foundational black Americans, okay? Foundational black Americans built this country off of free labor. Free labor, and was never repaid. I don't want to hear none of that nonsense. I'm not playing these if she black. She got a HBCU experience. She got this. No. I go by what you've always done. I go by what my eyes tell me that you are. I go by what you're historically, what you have said that you are, or shown me that you are. Well, again, and I'll say it again, I don't have a problem with you being an Indian woman. But these games that y'all are playing, it's not going to really affect a person like me, because you know why? I've already prepared to do what I have to do because I understand what's coming. See, that's the difference. When there's a storm coming, the wise man is going to prepare, bunker down, get everything he needs. So when we're locked in, all my food is here, everything is here. The person who does not see that, they're going to be standing out there. Never saw it coming because you wanted to go along and get along. Look, have you made it this far? Thank you so much. But I got to take a quote from Kendrick Lamar. The Democrats are not for us. It's not for the black person. We already know the Republicans. As Kendrick Lamar said, they're not like us. Sometimes you got to step out and show them. That's why holding my vote is powerful for me. Now, for you, you can sit there. Oh, you not going to vote? You voted, and what did you get for it? And almost 99.9% of the people can't give me a damn thing that they got. They're just voting out of fear that Trump's going to get in office. Well, if Trump is such a fear, then you make the Democrats give you something for your vote. Okay? That's my time, y'all. Thank you for tuning in one more time to the Terry Podcast. And as always, it's where good conversation meets in the middle. Also, stop by on my page if it's something that you want me to talk about besides politics, because I am going to be doing a special show, a tribute, to talk about the significance of R&B music and people losing such legends like Frankie Beverly. Really brought that to full circle to where we've got to really talk about the music in our community that was so soulful, where it would come from, because I mean where it came from, brother. Because I heard Jermaine Dupri talk about church. I don't think it's just church. I think it's black people. We tap into our soul. We tap into it because I wasn't a big church person. Although I attended church, my soulfulness came from me singing what I was going through, what I was feeling, my conviction. That's when you become an artist. You know, so I'm not going to say it's just strictly church. It's just, you can hear black people sing, you say, man, they coming from somewhere else. But that's another show. So thank you guys for tuning in. Share, and please come and comment and subscribe to the page. Thank you once again. This is Terry, and I thank you so much for just having a conversation. Peace out.